Hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling the radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that Scuba Radio is about to begin.
We're going to start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Under the sea. Under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for Scuba Radio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ going to join us here in just a bit on the big show. At least rumor has it. He's running a little behind. Could be because it's St. Patrick's Day weekend. As you can plainly see, the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad on YouTube and Facebook are showing their colors. Bubble Boy has a green background to his virtual layout, and Casey the Tobacco Nut, well, he kind of looks like an oversized leprechaun today. So, welcome, guys. How are you?
And I'm here just to bring you luck, Greg.
Yeah. All right. If you say so. Are you going to go dive some green water over the next few days, or what are you doing?
Yes, I am, as a matter of fact.
You are? Where?
Gulf is green, just this week.
Not by choice, but what because of some kind of red tide or something. Well, it wouldn't be red tide; it'd be green tide. But green is good. Right. Green is good.
All
Casey?
the Irishmen are peeing into the Gulf this week.
Okay, that's how Casey is gonna celebrate. Barry the Bugger with us too. He just literally has 2 weeks left. Florida lobster season. And are you feeling the pressure, Barry?
No,
not at all. Are you going to try to get some bugs? I
have more pressure with tax season this year with everything changing.
So no bugging for you.
No bugging for me.
We may have to strip you from your title then. I mean, how can you be Barry the Bugger if you don't even go get some lobsters? Yeah,
I guess you'll have to change my name.
Yeah. All right. Jerry the Diver Guy with us is too, and he and his buddy, the Little Pooh. Is that what that is? Oh, boy.
So is he pretending to be the Jeff Dunham of Scuba Radio now?
He has a hand puppet that is in the shape of the poop emoji. God bless you, Jerry. You're always pulling out the
I picked up from Florida.
Yeah, you're pulling out the big props, obviously, for the show today.
Well, I figured when Barry started, we could talk.
Wait, what do you mean? He
already drank too much. He's not even making sense.
Okay. All right. Well,
I hear Barry's voice, but the puppet's moving its lips.
Yeah.
I see.
All right. So you're going to blame all your bad jokes on the poop puppet? Is that what that is?
I have no idea.
We're going to have to come up with a better name than that. Thank God only people on YouTube and Facebook can see this, and we apologize in advance. Vinny Two Tanks with us too. He's a man of few words out there on the left coast of California, but he promises to share some of his wisdom at some point today. Is that right, Vinny?
Sea hag.
Okay.
That's his word for the day.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. You totally blew it. Oh, Vinny.
That's what you
Yeah, but you got to wait for your. You got to open. Hold on, okay, we just.
You can't even say it, Greg. How can he wait?
Good point. Well, you know what? We'll fix this in post.
And now, a word from Vinny Two Tanks.
Now you say it. Come on, Vinny. Jeez. I knew this one.
Can't even do a cue right.
Yeah.
Like Junior from
all right. The word again is, Vinny, real quick.
Sea hag.
This has been a word from Vinny Two Tanks on Scuba Radio.
This is a professional show.
Flawless. Went off flawlessly as usual. God bless them.
Damn it.
All right. Well, one of these days we'll get it right. Okay. But sea hag is the Vinny Two Tank word of the day. Why? Do you know, Vinny? Did that just kind of pop up?
Yeah, that gentleman last week said I never talked very much. So
yeah. So that was the first word that came to your mind today was sea hag. Okay.
Yes.
All right. You didn't know if it had some kind of backstory to it, like he'd run into an old mermaid and she was fine in her early days, and now she's turned into something a little, I don't know. Well, anyway, maybe that's just me. But we do have a lot to dive into today. It is the end of lobster season, March 31st. So even though Barry the Bugger is not going to go catch some bugs, I might be doing some of this next week. I'm working on some stuff. Also got, I'm getting ready to take my scuba jet back into the, I'm taking it over to the Gulf. So I hope I don't encounter green water, but I am planning to do some diving over in the Gulf next week, Casey. And you south of you. It's like Sarasota, Venice Beach area, maybe. I might be over there next week. Let me
know. Maybe I'll join you.
Yeah, how far south is that from you?
About 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay. All right. Well, that isn't too bad. I mean, maybe we can, I figure if I got one of these scuba jet dive scooters, one of these new scooters we've been talking about, I can cover a ton of ground and score some major megalodon shark teeth at Venice Beach there on the west coast of Florida. What do you think?
That's very possible.
Maybe even a bug. I don't know. I don't know what the lobster, situation on the Gulf side is. I don't normally go over there.
Actually, the more I'm looking into it, the more the small rock piles and dredge rubble we have attracts all the bugs.
Yeah, there's a rumor that lobsters they don't like pretty places. I don't know if that's true or not. But when you talk to a lot of the dive operators, say down in South Florida, and they want to go take you to the lobster hotspots. They're like, you don't want to go to the main reef where it's real colorful and stuff. And it may be just because, that's where all the dive operators go. They take the divers to the pretty reefs, and therefore the lobsters are a little bit more picked over. But I've also heard this thing that lobsters like scrub and like crappy ledges. They don't necessarily look pretty from a photographic standpoint. But if you go to those kind of ugly reef areas, you can score some major lobster. Have you heard this, Casey?
Yes, I have. As a matter of fact, the rougher and more cobbled an area it isn't necessarily sea fans and sponges.
Okay, all right. Well, we can go. What about there on the left coast? Vinny Two Tanks. He's a lobster guy. In California, the lobsters are still, they're still spiny lobsters, but they're off the coast of California, so therefore they're slower and easier to catch, right, Vinny?
Well,
just say yes.
You have to bare hand them in California, so it's pretty difficult.
Okay.
They're so chilled and laid back.
Exactly. They're like, dude, you want to eat me?
Hey,
no, you can't use You can't use a hook or looper.
Yeah,
you can't use anything.
You just have to use your bare hand and
bring down a bong, and they'll just swim towards you.
Okay, all right. Yeah, we're talking smack, but see, Vinny isn't going to buy into it. Oh, hey, CJ just showed up. Thanks for being
Craig,
on time.
I'm so sorry.
What?
I owe you and everyone out there an apology. All the listeners.
For what?
All the scuba squad. I'm so sorry.
You missed Vinny Two Tanks word of the day.
Well, this time change has got me all screwed up.
Did Greg's
There's
toilet
a time
back up
change?
again?
Yeah.
When was there?
I think we go to like Philippines time.
Philippines time? That happens this weekend?
So that it's like 2 a.m. right now.
Oh, geez.
I don't know. I don't. Got away from me.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Sea hag. That is Vinny Two Tanks word of the day, just so you know.
That's 2 words.
Yeah, that's my line.
No, it is not. Sea hag is 1 word. Sorry.
No, sea hag.
Wrong. Sea hag.
I'm not going to argue with you, Greg.
Don't argue with me.
Don't try to start any crap with me.
Oh, I'm just saying. I just want to.
I'm already a little off from the time change and being late.
Yeah, but at least now you're caught up and you know the word of the day, the Vinny Two Tanks word of the
day. I got to stop the mushrooms.
It took him a few times to get the whole thing right, but just so you know. But now you're caught up.
Did he do it live or did you?
Yeah. Did Vinny,
sort of.
It was almost flawlessly.
Yeah, almost.
Anyway.
He got
wait. And Jerry the Diver Guy has a poop puppet.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
I don't think I want to know.
Yeah.
Anyway. Just let that one. Because when the puppet's lips move, you'll hear Barry talk.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
I don't know what that means.
My name is Jerry.
You don't want to know.
I'm just a big pile of poop.
Okay, that's enough.
Thank God we're not on the air.
See what
yet.
you missed?
We'll clean this up by the time we're
going to fix it in post. I said that once already.
Really glad you got here, CJ.
Yeah, there you go. See what you missed?
I got to go.
You missed all the... He's like, I'm getting the hell out of here. Can you blame him? No. Well, we got more quality material coming up, I swear. Stay close.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Need an escape from reality for a while? Your favorite scuba action star, Mike Scott, is back in an all-new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys, Reefs Under Pressure. From the brilliant mind of author Eric Douglas comes the thriller that started it all. Listen as Mike unravels the death of a girl, the protest of new development, and the systemic destruction of coral reefs, all against the stunning backdrop of Grand Cayman Island. This one's got it all. Submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface. When he was ready and completely relaxed, he wrapped his arms through the straps of the sea cushion and gently slid into the water.
Dive back into adventure with Cayman Cowboys. Also available, Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish. Download all 5 audiobooks now at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, or audible.com.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio. The world's first radio show devoted to diving. Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Weather is better when you breathe like a fish. Weather is better when you're making a wish. Right now I wish that I was making bubbles, diving away all my troubles.
Hi, I am Peter, dive guy from Humboldt Explorer and the Galapagos Islands. You are listening to Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to the diving. Now, here's the guy who likes stirring the boobies as much as I do. Ray the Dive Master.
Will there be boobies?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I don't remember it that way. These birds in the Galapagos, they're blue-footed boobies. So don't send your hate mail to me. Send it to CJ. He was late today, so that's what you get.
I said I'm sorry.
Okay.
My God,
Sorry.
what do you want?
It will never be enough. It will never be enough.
He ran off and broke into your bar.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty soon.
It is, St. Patrick's Day weekend, so.
Yeah. And I don't drink his booze. I stock my own stuff. So
there you go.
He
green vodka is his preference.
It's not green.
Well, isn't it? It
no.
should be. It's for
It makes you green.
Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Say it.
Yeah.
God, old and feeble mind.
Oh, God.
Greg, have you thought about passing the baton, like who's going to do the show when you're, say, unable to?
Yeah, by the way, did we mention that CJ is late? Okay. All right. Anyway.
Are you talking about St. Patrick's Day? 'Cause that's Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'm not celebrating that until
well,
Wednesday.
look at Casey the Tobacco Nut. He's preparing.
Well, he's weird.
It's
He can't help that he's a munchkin.
There's that.
It's right in his name. He's a nut.
Patrick's Day Scuba Radio Show.
He's a nut, Greg.
Okay.
He's a nut.
All right. Well, Bubble Boy has a green background to him. I thought that was,
No, he doesn't. It's water.
Well, it's green. It's turquoise. That counts.
God, you are reaching.
No, I'm just
always reaching.
Stating the obvious. That's
reaching
what we do
for the
sometimes.
stars and never quite getting off the ground.
Yeah, that's what we do. All right, look.
You're like if the Wright brothers would have failed.
Well, look, we're going to reset and start now. So now the show actually begins.
In 3, 2.
There we go. Welcome to Scuba Radio, and we've brought on some big guns for this week's edition of the Big Show, other than myself, CJ, the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad. Actually, has just been enhanced by Brittany, the Aqua Gypsy. She is joining us. Brittany, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you, Greg?
Yeah, you were late, by the way, just so we're clear. You and CJ.
I was just trying to be like CJ.
Yes. Well, we all want to be like you, evidently.
In her defense,
in her
Greg,
defense,
I'm in good company.
Yeah.
She was trying to get in while you were ignoring her.
Okay.
That's correct.
Oh, so you're saying it's my fault? Is that what you're trying to say, Jerry?
Correct.
All right,
Jerry. It's not like he has a show to run or anything.
I can.
He's doing everything.
I can kick him off the show like instantly. I got a button. Be careful, Jerry.
Wow, is that CJ sucking up to Greg?
And yet, what restraint you show by not doing that?
That's true.
It's amazing.
Thank God the bar is so low.
The mental fortitude.
The only ones that are quality on this show are our special guests, which brings me to Stephanie and Reza from Stingmaster. They are with us on Scuba Radio today, too. And first off, Stephanie, let me just apologize in advance, but how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Okay. And Reza, you doing well?
Great. Thank you.
Good. Okay. Well, you guys have a lot of, I don't want to put all the pressure on you, but look.
Time to raise the bar, folks.
Exactly. It's been a train wreck so far. So you can look at it like this. We've kind of built you guys up. You're going to sound like friggin' geniuses compared to what has just happened over the last 30 minutes.
Nowhere to go but up.
Right. So take it for what it is. And, we've had Stephanie and Reza on a few weeks ago to talk about this new product, Stingmaster lionfish ointment. Would you consider it an ointment, a gel, or what? What is it exactly, Stephanie?
It's more like a cream.
A cream. I like that better.
Lightweight.
Yeah?
It's lighter than polysporin, so more of a cream.
Okay. CJ?
Don't.
What?
Do not call it what I know you want to call it. What you call everything.
An ointment.
Don't. No.
An ointment.
You know what you say. Don't, please.
Okay. So CJ thinks it's a goo. It's not. It is a cream that it comes in a real handy little jar that you can throw in your dive kit. And God forbid you get stung by a lionfish when you're out diving, whether you're going for lobster or just, minding your own business and get unlucky enough to come across those critters. This is the first product of its kind to actually neutralize the stinging elements of a lionfish sting. Is that right, Reza?
That's right.
So what I want to dive deeper into today is what exactly caused you guys to create this. And so just so we're clear, Stephanie is in college, and Reza, you were like you're the professor at the college, and you guys kind of teamed up on this project. Is that what happened, Reza?
Exactly, yeah.
So you were doing research on lionfish stings, and then Stephanie came along and said, "Hey, I have an idea. Explain what happened exactly and how this product came to be."
Yeah, sure. So, before anything, first, thanks for having us on the show.
Yeah.
We're a pain research lab, so we study pain mechanisms, chronic pain mechanisms like osteoarthritis or nerve injury-induced pain.
Yeah, or listening to Scuba Radio. That by the way, that could be you're going to need an ointment for that, or a goo, actually. But that's a whole different thing. But okay, so you were studying pain, and that's so right, the lionfish thing came up how exactly?
So I was flying back from one of the conferences that I attend, and as I was reading the In-Flight magazine, there was an article about how the lionfish was invading the whole coast of Florida, and the sting from this fish was producing an excruciatingly painful pain. Now, during my postdoc at UCSF, I actually studied coral snake toxin, a Texas coral snake.
Okay.
So I had some background on studying, how venoms cause pain. And when I came back to the lab, I looked to see if anybody had studied this venom from the lionfish, and nobody had. And, just scientific curiosity led me to decide to study how is it that the lionfish venom causes pain. And I was just lucky enough that at that time, Stephanie had knocked at the door of the lab saying, I'd like to get some research experience. And I said, look, I have the right project for you. So we started doing some of these experiments to try to understand how is it that this fish this venom causes so much pain. And she was very good. She essentially spearheaded that project. So much so that I sent her to a conference in Florida, the Lionfish Summit, where she presented some of her work on, pain mechanisms and this lionfish venom.
Right.
And this is where we got a first taste of how important it is for the community of divers there that there's nothing available right now for this venom. So it sort of, accelerated things for us when we knew that there was a whole community waiting on this. And we started working in, eventually we found a compound that could block the pain caused by this venom. Now,
and you found this out by having Stephanie stab you with a lionfish barb, or did that happen?
That came after.
Oh, that came after. Okay.
That came after when she was tired of me, mentoring her.
She's like, you're giving me a B+? I don't think so. No? I don't know. We'll find out the story here on the other side. Stay close to the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio. Let me tell you about a friend I know. He's got the world's first scuba diving radio show. So now everywhere I am, everywhere I go, the first thing that I tune to is Scuba Radio.
Well, that is where we are. We are on Scuba Radio right now. I am Greg the Dive Master. By the way, coming up, we're going to talk to a diving YouTuber. And he's going to join us a little bit later on, tell us what he's up to. But he's a big guy on YouTube, which is kind of cool. But we're talking about something pretty cool right now, and that is Stingmaster Cream, a brand new product that you can throw in your dive kit. God forbid you ever get stung by a lionfish, whether you're hunting for them or just have an unfortunate brush up against one of these. Trust me, it's not a pleasant experience. I have not had that happen to me, but I did have it happen to the scuba cowboy who you just heard singing. And I will tell you, it made him cry like a little girl. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Well, actually, there was. It was very uncomfortable. It kind of made me realize I sure as hell never want to be that guy.
Was he hitting some higher notes?
You know what? Maybe. It almost ruined his gig because he got stung in the hand.
Did he act like a sea hag?
He had to become like a Bee Gees cover band.
Maybe.
That's my life.
Yeah. Don't steal his one word there, Jerry. How dare you try to step on Vinny Two Tanks?
I'm trying to encourage him to speak more, Greg.
Okay. Well, do we really want him to? That's the question, but we'll save that for another day. But look, I want to dive deeper into this story of Stingmaster because Reza and Stephanie are our guests. They are the ones who came up with this. They were studying, Stephanie was the student, and you're still going to college in Canada on this type of stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm doing my PhD in physiology.
Okay. A doctor soon.
Yeah, well, there you go. Dr. Stingmaster or Dr. Lionfish. It might be. That might be your nickname. Would you go with that, Stephanie, or would you prefer to be known as something more hip?
Sure. I mean, if If that's the name they give me, I'll take that.
You know what? They is a difficult. We can do this.
Ironically, when you say the word hip, it is decidedly not hip.
I don't know what you mean by that, but Dr. Lionfish does have a ring to it, and I think we're going to talk more with her next. Take a look.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Hi, this is Guy Harvey. You're listening to Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
That is correct. I am Greg the Dive Master. Thanks, Guy. All right, so look, we have Dr. Lionfish, Professor Lionfish, Reza, Stephanie, the makers, the brains behind the new Stingmaster Cream, which is a brand new product that has been launched to solve the issue that divers might have if they get stung by a lionfish.
Or they listen to the show.
What?
Or they listen to the show.
No, that's a different ointment altogether.
Oh, okay. Apply liberally to your ears.
Exactly.
Wait, Greg, I'm sorry. I was a little bit late on that one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay. All right, put it away now, Jerry. I apologized, Stephanie and Reza, before you came on, so just so we're clear.
It's true.
Anyway.
Jerry, just go ahead and turn your mic and camera off just for a little bit.
Anyway.
Just till we tell you.
Okay, so this Stingmaster cream that you've developed, you were a student, or still are a student there at the college in Canada, and you guys came up with this solution that actually neutralized the stinging cells of the lionfish. Now, who discovered that? Reza, did you figure out that ointment or thing, or what, Stephanie, was that your deal where you actually found out this compound that neutralized the lionfish sting, or a combination?
Yeah, I would say it's a team effort. I did some of the experiments that were testing different compounds, and Reza's the one who found this particular compound that occurs in rhubarb extract.
Okay, right.
So team effort, always.
There you go. So, how do you find, though, that rhubarb, of all things, is the solution that, neutralizes a lionfish
food fight?
Yeah, they had a pie fight.
Yeah, it sounds like it. It was nothing like that, though. Actually, Reza told me off the air yesterday, and he said it was a synthetic compound at first that you found. Is that what it is? And then you're like, hey, maybe we can find this in nature or something, Reza? Is that what happened, or what?
That's right. So first we found a synthetic drug that could block this effect.
Yeah.
Because we had identified the target of the venom. So there was a synthetic drug that could block it. But if we wanted to turn that into a cream, we would have to have about, almost 10 years of clinical trials before we were able to get it to the people who get stung. But it just so happens that there are some other natural ingredients that occur in nature that can block that same target.
Right.
So we tested that, and lo and behold, it also had the same effect. It prevented the pain. So we said, if we can put that into the cream because it's a natural ingredient, then we can get it to the people faster.
There you go.
Within a year, we were able to get it.
Which resulted in Stingmaster being out today. And by the way, you can go to buystingmaster.com. And check this product out. Every diver listening right now should have this in their dive kit. I'm telling you. I mean, it's an amazing thing, and it's been a long time coming. We've been following, Stephanie's process, bringing this product to market for over a year. When I learned about it, at the DEMA show, I guess. CJ,
I have a question. What's the shelf life? If you buy a little can. And then you keep it like, how long does it stay?
It has an expiration date on it. I saw that. Yeah.
That's a great question. The expiration date is 2 years.
There you go.
So
cool.
It lasts good.
Well, that's a good long time. Hopefully, you'll never even have to open the stuff if you're lucky.
Or get stung many times in that 2 years.
How does it taste on toast?
Quit it.
You let us know, Barry.
Let us know. Yeah,
exactly. All right. So initially, when you came up with this solution, and you realized that, hey, this would neutralize the pain, the stinging. How did you figure that out, Stephanie? Did you start jabbing each other with lionfish barbs, or did that come later on? Because you actually did do this. right?
Yeah, so that definitely came later on.
Yeah.
From the start, we actually do very scientific experiments with isolated cells. So the cells that innervate your skin and where the nerve endings are that, sense the environment.
Right.
We can isolate those cells in dishes and test things directly on them.
Okay,
so
and see how they react under a microscope or something like that? Is that
exactly.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
But the proof is in the pudding or in the rhubarb pie, I guess, because eventually you got to the point where you literally had to take lionfish barbs and start stabbing people with it. And Reza, you were the victim or the first victim on this. Is that right?
That's right. We wanted to see this because, we were going to get it out there. So we had to test it first to make sure it blocks the pain.
Yeah.
So luckily we had some concentrated extracts from lionfish venom first that we tested.
Yeah.
And, just recently we actually had a live lionfish, and Stephanie had the honors of stabbing me with one of those spines.
I hear there's video of this. Has this been leaked out over the internet yet, Stephanie? Or are you just holding this over Rez's head at the moment and threatening to publish it?
It hasn't been leaked yet. I'll leak it myself as soon as I finish editing the video.
Depends on whether she gets an A or not.
Yeah, man, well, yeah. Did he cry? Come on, just.
He didn't cry.
Okay.
But there was some sweating.
There was some sweating. Okay. CJ?
About how long does it take to have effect? Is it instantaneous, or I know everybody's probably different?
Reza, explain your experience of being stung with a lionfish barb.
So after she stung me, and she
you smacked her? No, that wouldn't be good. No, what happened?
We decided to wait about 4 minutes before I applied the cream, just so that we could replicate what would happen to a diver by the time.
Videotaping this.
She did.
We had two camera angles.
So it's like eating a really hot chili pepper. Then it kind of takes the same amount of time to kick in. You think?
Oh no! The pain was immediate. No,
okay,
the pain took about 15 seconds. You start feeling it gets hot.
Oh.
And then it starts shooting in terms of pain. So you have a dull background pain that is an intensity of 8 out of 10, 10 being the worst pain of your life.
Yeah.
And on top of that background 8, you have this shooting pain that goes to a 12, and then comes back. And
wow.
Move the hand that got stung, then the pain gets worse. So we waited 4 minutes and then we started applying the cream. So I would say within 2 minutes, the pain started dropping by half. The background pain started dropping. And this shooting pain became smaller and smaller. And eventually within, I would say, less than 10 minutes, it was down to a 2 in intensity, the pain.
Wow.
So
that's
you have almost
amazing.
like an 80% drop in like 4 or 5 minutes. So
well, there you go. Well, that is going above and beyond. Is that typically how you would test a product like that, or is you just trying to prove a point? Like, look, we stand behind our product. I almost died.
No, but look, we're scientists, and we. If you get wrong one time, then it's terrible for the rest of your career.
Well,
so
let me just explain something to you. We have an entire group of Scuba Radio Scuba Squad members that we'd be willing to volunteer for your research.
Okay.
Yeah. CJ?
I have another question.
Yeah.
Can you apply it underwater, or do you have to be topside?
You have to come up.
Okay. Yeah, I think you would want to. Even though,
water soluble, right?
Well, when the scuba cowboy got stung, he stayed underwater and tried to squeeze the pus out of his palm where he got stung. I thought it was the craziest thing ever. I was like, hey, let's end the dive. Let's go. I'm prepared.
He's to be fair, he's made a lot of bad decisions in his life.
Well, there's that. And maybe he figured you couldn't see him crying underwater since, all the salt water and stuff.
He's trying to be a tough guy.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll just work this up myself.
And that lasted until we got up on the boat and back to the dock. Yeah, and then he kind of broke down just a tad there. But yeah, I think it's an awesome product. BuyStingmaster.com is the website you can go to and do this. And you guys are doing a little introductory Scuba Radio special. Is that right, Stephanie?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you use the coupon code Scuba Radio and you buy 2 units of Stingmaster, you'll get 1 free. So
nice. Buy 2, get 1 free. And, because this is the kind of stuff that obviously is for, lionfish. So you throw it in your dive kit. You might want to keep it around for other stuff, too. There's rumors, or you guys are actually doing research that it might work for other types of stings, whether it's, jellyfish or, I don't know, fire ants. Who knows what it might work for? But you're kind of looking into that right now. Is that right, Stephanie?
Yeah, so it works for jellyfish, sea lice, and fire coral stings in addition to lionfish. So the rationale is sort of like we formulated this for one of the most painful stings in the ocean, and it also works for the less painful ones as well. So it's the majority of aquatic stings, it'll zap quickly.
Yeah.
We actually have a video from a user that you could find on our Instagram, sting.master. And it's a testimonial video. She'd just gotten stung by fire coral and she used Stingmaster right away. And she said it was instant pain relief.
Nice. Well, sea lice and fire coral are probably more common problems that we have with diving than lionfish. So that's amazing. CJ?
Will it work on the sting of humiliation? Asking for bail.
We could give it to every listener.
Once again, let us know.
You know what? It's buy two, get one free. So everyone listening right now could put it to work and do their own testimonial for Scuba Radio. See if it works listening to Scuba Radio. Is that what that's where you're going with that, right?
If someone gets stung by a sharp comment.
Yeah. So you're saying there's not many of those on this show?
No, that's not it at all. It's fine. You missed it.
Okay.
It's good.
All right.
Woo, right over your head.
Yeah, well.
Never mind.
First time ever.
I'll explain it to you later.
First time ever. Yeah, I might be having a stroke. I don't know.
Scuba Radio.
Would you like to talk diving? Greg the Dive Master's all toweled down and ready to take your call now. Call Scuba Radio at 1-888-88-SCUBA.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer. And Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Peregrine is a simple, full-color, multi-gas dive computer. It's also the most economical Shearwater dive computer released to date. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater. Dive computers for demanding divers.
Do you have a message or a product that you'd like to share with the diving world? Well, look no further than Scuba Radio. Just like you, thousands of diving enthusiasts are hearing this message, and we could be talking about you and your product or service as early as next Saturday. Remember, a terrible thing happens when you don't advertise. Nothing. Go to scubaradio.com, send us an email, and let's get to work to make your marketing message matter.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Lobster tail. Is that the area near the butt?
10 times on a lobster. 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 10 times on a lobster.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. That is the sound you make when you get stung by a lionfish. When you're hunting for lobster, a lionfish gets in the way. I don't think I could repeat that verbiage exactly, so I'll just leave it at that. But it's pretty universal. You could shout out some 4-letter words. Thank God we're underwater and you can't make them out. Right?
Yeah.
Stingmaster is the cream we're talking about. This is a new lionfish product that you can throw in your dive kit if you get stung by a lionfish. Yeah, CJ's holding it up for all our YouTube and Facebook friends watching the video feed today. And if you go to buystingmaster.com, use coupon code Scuba Radio. It's buy two, get one free. Quite a deal, actually. Thanks to Stephanie and Reza for offering that up exclusively for Scuba Radio listeners today. And by the way, there is a time limit on that deal, too. So you have till, the end of the month.
You have 30 seconds. Go.
Nope. No, they a little bit longer than that. March 31st. So through the end of lobster season.
Oh, okay.
You can get a buy two, get one free deal with Stingmaster. So it's pretty nice, especially on a new, hot item like this. Because I think a lot of divers listening right now would like to have something like this at their disposal. And like I said, we think it'll work for jellyfish stings. I don't know. I mean, what about, have you looked into, or are you looking into stingrays and stuff like that? Is that the same type of thing, Stephanie, or do we know?
So stingrays are also, venomous fish. We don't know exactly if the product works against stingray venom.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Jerry the Diver Guy, we're going to stab him multiple times, and he's going to rate the pain, and then we're going to throw some of this cream on him.
Now you got yourself a hell of a YouTube video.
Yes.
The last person that I knew that got stung by a stingray died.
Okay. All right. Way to bring us down, Jerry. Anyway. We'll look at that. But the thing is, this could have multiple uses is the point. So lionfish obviously is a big issue, but having sea lice, which it does work, its magic on that, which is very common, and fire coral in particular is a pretty big deal. So and going back, you are going to release this video of Reza getting stabbed, right, Stephanie? Yes. You were kind of joking, but only half joking. You really are going to do this, is that right?
Absolutely. I literally was working on editing the video about an hour ago.
Oh, so sweet. All right. So
posted on Scuba Radio.
Posted on Scuba Radio.
We will definitely get a link to it up at scubaradiocomp10438.
Greg, I have some audio that was leaked on the dark web of that.
Yeah.
Would you like to hear it?
Sure, please.
Pull it up off my phone.
Yeah, pull it up there, CJ.
Ready?
Yeah, let's go. That's weird. That sounds like Vinny Two Tanks.
It's weird. That was the sound. He hacked my computer.
Who gave you this?
Okay, all right. Weird. That is really weird, because that does sound like Vinny Two Tanks on a typical Saturday afternoon.
No, that's
what is the word of the day, Vinny? What is it?
Bogart.
Oh, he can't say.
See heck.
Yeah.
You have to play his intro.
You have to unmute.
Oh, I got to play the intro. I'm sorry.
We are a professional group here.
Yeah.
Scuba Radio.
Yeah, I don't know.
Viewer mail.
You don't even know how to use that mixer.
We'll have to do it another day.
I could wing it.
Anyway.
I could do it live.
We were going so well, too. Anyway. So Stingmaster is the cream that you can get, and
don't
Stephanie,
accidentally go to Stinkmaster. Do not do that.
You're not helping, CJ, not at all. But Stephanie, Reza, I gotta ask: Are you scuba divers? Have you been doing this thing yet, Stephanie?
So I actually grew up spending weeks in the summer in the Bahamas. So I spent a lot of time snorkeling, especially because there are a lot of just sort of beachside reefs.
That counts.
And I did sort of dabble in diving. Definitely not as experienced of a diver as all of you guys, but I'm excited for COVID to end so I can go back to Florida and actually go diving and hunt lionfish.
There you go. All right. Stephanie. So you are certified, Stephanie?
I am certified. I might have to renew it, but
hey,
years ago.
Once you're certified,
we'll take care of that here at Mountain Divers.
Yeah, once you're certified, you're certified. Maybe a refresher. That's all you need. What about you, Reza? Have you done the scuba diving thing? Have you taken the plunge?
I did. But when I was in the south of France, I worked there for a while. So in Fréjus, that's on the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
I came face to face with a barracuda, and I think it took all the strength in me not to pee, and that's just because I was scared that there would be piranhas there and they would just come at me.
Yes,
but that's, hats off to all the divers. I haven't renewed my certificate, but it is,
Well, hey, good news. There is no renewing of your certificate. Did you know that? You guys don't know
refresh.
that. It's been so long. You're kind of thinking you have to do that. But no, that's not the case. There's no renewing of your dive certification. Once you're certified, you're certified. But are you qualified is the question. So you need to go and get a refresher if it's been a few years, especially.
Yeah. A decade or two.
Yeah, but you still have your certification card, so you can go diving. But you'd have to go with an instructor.
Refresher course, Greg.
Yeah, you might. You can even dive with Jerry the Diver Guy if you lose a bet or something. So we could set that up.
That hurts, Greg.
Awesome. They should come to Buck.
Well, there's a cream for that.
There's
Jerry.
a cream. No, I think it's an ointment for that. That's a different type of product. Buystingmaster.com. Put in coupon code Scuba Radio. Buy 2, get 3. Get 1 free. There you go. Pretty good deal. All right, hour 2 on deck. We're going to talk to a diving YouTuber, and much, much more coming up. Stay close to the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Down below if you want to stay in the know. If you be pressurized there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio. Let's go! Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio.
This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at scubaradiocomp10438.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at scubaradio.com.